In today's lesson, I am going to teach you phrasal verbs that you can use when it comes to communicating about shopping in English. Now, I am also going to give you a bonus on today's lesson. I will have 4 shopping phrases and vocabulary words that are fun to use, and I will give those to you at the end of today's lesson. In addition, I will also have the quiz questions throughout today's lesson, so make sure that you are paying attention so you can answer today's quiz questions correctly. Now, shopping is a part of daily living. Shopping is often done maybe once, sometimes twice a week, depending on the need of a person or a family. We shop for food, we shop for clothing, we also shop for personal desires, things that we like. I enjoy electronics, so oftentimes I shop for little gadgets. I like shoes. Sometimes I go shopping for shoes. And even though shopping is popular online, there are many people like myself that still enjoy the routine of going to a mall or a store to find the things that you need and desire. So let's learn some phrasal verbs that you can use when you are shopping or talking about shopping when speaking English. Also, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, everyone that's in the chat today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. So the first phrasal verb is drop in. When I drop in, I am visiting the store. Okay, I'm going by the store. You know, my Wi-Fi was down, I might say. I had to drop in to store to buy some food. So when I drop in, again, it's to visit. Shop around. When I shop around, I am looking for what I need. I am browsing the store. I'm going from aisle to aisle looking for something. If I'm in the men's department, I may be going from rack to rack trying to find the right size or the right color or the right outfit. I am shopping around. You can shop around from store to store. You can go from the grocery store. You can go to a clothing store. Then you can go to the shoe store. So when you shop around, you're browsing or you're going to different places looking for different products or items. Shop around. Try on. Before I buy it, I need to see if it fits, so I would try it on. I need my daughter to try on that dress to see if it fits correctly, if it looks appropriate. So to try on is to put on an outfit. To try out. Now, the difference between try on and try out, I can try it on in the store, but I'm going to take it home to try it out and see if I like it further. Sometimes you can buy something and you like it in the store, but you take it home to try it out to see how it feels, if you're comfortable in it, and then you determine if you're going to keep the item or return it. Even if you're shopping for a car, here in this country, they'll give you a couple of days to try it out, or you can return the vehicle. Okay, so try it out. You're actually taking more time to see if you really want that particular item. Try out. Pick out. So I may send my wife into the store to pick out some food for us to eat for dinner. I may not want to get out the car because of the pollen, so I need her to go and pick out the groceries. So when you pick out, you're making a selection. Okay, go in there and pick out some shoes that you want, and I'll buy them. Make a selection. Okay, go get a few choices and then make your buying decision. Pick out. I like to go and pick out cologne. I like to smell good. So I go and pick out a couple of bottles of cologne, and then I choose the one that I like. Pick out, make a selection, put down. That's what my grandmother would tell me. Look, put that down. Don't touch anything. If you break it, you bought it. So put that down. Okay. So put that juice down. So to put down means to put away. You have it in your grasp or in the palm of your hand, and you put it down, you release it and put it back on the shelf. Put that down. Put that bra down, boy. Oh, I remember that, going into the women's department, playing with the, what is it? The lingerie as a little child. Put down. Okay. Put back. Okay. So sometimes when I was with my grandmother, when I was a child, I would get certain items like cereal that had a lot of sugar in it, and I would throw it in the shopping cart, and she would have to tell me, put that back. And my mother was the same way. Put that back. Okay. My dad was more like, don't ask me for anything. Okay. But to put back, you take it out of the cart because you decide you don't want it, or you don't need it, or you don't have enough money for it. So you put it back. Okay. We're moving along. Here's our first pop quiz question for the first section, and it's a fill in the blank. How would you complete this? I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to blank this shirt. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to blank this shirt. Now that's a little challenging. Let's see if you can get that one correct. Let's go on to our second section. Bring down. Now, if you're like me, you like to save money or get the best price for something that you have to pay for. So you may ask the salesperson, can you bring the price down? I know it's $40, but do you have a coupon? Do you have a discount code so that price can be brought down? Okay. Or if you're not talking about the price of an item, sometimes when you go to the store, they'll have items on top of the shelf, and you'll need to find an associate or someone that works at the department store, and you will have to ask them to bring the item down. And oftentimes they will go get a ladder, or they may go get some type of machine that will raise them up so they can bring down that particular item. Bring that down. All right. Pay for. If you don't pay for the item, you are a shoplifter. A shoplifter is someone who takes items from a store without paying for them. They steal. Okay, so you want to pay for your items. That's the right thing to do. Okay, pay for. So I'm giving the store my tender, my legal tender, my money in exchange for an item. Okay, when I go buy my phone, I had to pay for it. And so I gave them money and they gave me the phone. When I go buy water, I have to pay for it. I give them money and they give me the water. Pay for. And sometimes when I would get in my car, my mother would say, did you pay for that? All right. Put on. Okay. So put on is synonymous with try on. Okay. So you may say to someone, put this on and let's see how it looks. Put those shoes on and let's see if they fit. Okay. Put this shirt on or that shirt on and let's see how it fits, if it's the right size. So put it on or just put on. Line up. So when it's time to go pay for your items, you have to get in the checkout line and you have to line up. Now in this country, we have what's called self-checkout. Let me know in your country. I know I have Nick from South Korea. I have Super M. I have Liz and others. Do you guys have self-checkout? And self-checkout, again, is now in this country where you basically check yourself out of the store. You ring it up or scan it, and then you insert the money into a machine where usually you will have a cashier and you would give the cashier your money. So let me know, do you guys do self-checkout in your country, or do you still line up in a line and you give your money to a cashier? Also, my friend that I just met from Poland, Radic, I believe it is. I will have to look the name up. But let me know, because you guys are frequent commenters. Let me know, do you line up or do you have self-checkout, or both in your country? Ring up or checkout. So I just explained that, but a cashier would ring up your items, or if it's a self-checkout, you would ring up the items yourself. And so to ring up means to see how much the item costs, and then it goes into the computer and tells you the price, and then you pay for it. So that's what it means to ring up an item or to check out of the store. Okay. Sell out. So when a store sells out, that means they have no more of that particular product or item. The store may have had 100 video games, but by the time you got there, they were all sold out. And so you were hoping by the time you got there, they would not sell out. But unfortunately, they sold out of the video games. So when you sell out, or a store sells out, there is no more inventory or no more product. It's gone. You missed it. Have you ever gone shopping and you saw something you like, but you were being cheap and you were like, I get it later. And so you leave, and then you come back maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes later, only to find out that the item you want, it sold out. That is a bad feeling. That's a bad feeling, boy, because you knew it was a good price, but you were just being cheap. Take off. Okay. So I'll try something on, I'll put something on in the store, but if I'm not going to buy it, I take it off. Or I could tell the salesperson, I'm not going to take this off. I'm going to wear it out of the store. Can you just check me out or ring me up? Okay. So to take off, of course, it means to, if you tried on a pair of shoes, it means to take the shoes off, put them back in the box, and then give them to the salesperson, or a shirt or a hat or what have you. But you would take it off of your body and put it back on the rack. Take off. Okay, here's our next pop quiz question for the second section. It's another fill in the blank. How would you complete this? The fruit is on sale. I hope they don't blank of all the oranges. The fruit is on sale. I hope they don't blank of all the oranges. All right, let's go to our last section for today's lesson. Sit down. Now, when I go shopping with my wife, I have to find somewhere to sit down. Okay. If you notice, if you shop with women, when you go into the women's department, they always have chairs around the store. And I believe that's so men and children can sit down while the mother or the wife does their shopping. Now, some women, very few, When they go shopping, they go in, get what they want, and they leave. And that's very few. Where are these women at? Because my wife is not one of them. But for the most part, most women like to go into a department store, take their time, try something on, decide if they're going to buy it. Then they see something else, try that on, ask you, how does it look? How does it feel? Can I buy it? All along, I'm just sitting down, being patient, just sitting down in the chair. Okay, sit down. Sometimes the sales associates are not working and you will see them being lazy and they may be sitting down in a chair. Okay. Take down. Okay. They take down signs when a sale is over. Okay. They take down during the holiday season decorations. Okay, so they put them up during the season, but then when the season is over, they take them down. All right. So you pull down or take down a sign or a mannequin, they remove it. That's what it means to take down. Open up. If you do shopping online and the box is delivered to your home, you open up the package. Sometimes when you go shopping, you see the sales associates opening up the box and putting new merchandise on the shelf. Or if you're at the grocery store, they're taking out the apples and putting them on the fruit stand. So they open up a box and they put the merchandise down. To open up means to just open a box. Okay, open up. Close down. When the store is closing, they close it down. They turn the lights off. They turn the registers off. They sweep the floor. Or sometimes you will hear someone over the intercom and they may say, the store will be closing in 15 minutes. Please make your final decisions. Okay. So the workers are ready to go home. So they're closing down the store. Or it can be frustrating sometime when you're going shopping and you're ready to check out and the cashier closes down right when you get to her line and she tells you, I'm going on break. I'm closing down. All right, that's going to do it for today's lesson. Let's get into an extra bonus. Now, these are some fun shopping phrases and vocabulary words that you will hear in English oftentimes, and I want to tell you what they mean and teach you how to use them. Bargain hunting. So when you're bargain hunting, you're looking for a deal. You're looking for a great price on an item that you have been searching for. That's called bargain hunting. A shopaholic. A shopaholic is a person that loves to shop. They can shop all day and not get tired. You're worn out, you're exhausted, but they're still going. A shopaholic. Window shopping. So when you're window shopping, you're actually going from store to store and you're just looking, but you're not buying anything. That's called window shopping. You're looking, but you're not going to make any purchases. Okay, window shopping. And retail therapy. Sometimes people use this term or phrase when they're not feeling good and they'll say, I need a little retail therapy. So I just need to go shopping so I can feel better. That's retail therapy. All right, here's our last pop quiz question. What shopping phrase can you use to describe a person that is shopping for a deal? Now, I just talked about that. When a person is shopping for a deal, what shopping phrase can you use? All right, let's look at a recent comment from one of the subscribers. And this is from Liz. She said, nice lesson, but I hope none of us really need to use them. Stay healthy. Yes, this was from the lesson I did last week on phrasal verbs for sickness. And I had a good time doing it, but I was battling in my body. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's lesson. I hope you join me on my next one.